everybody, and welcome to my yoga barn. And these are the trails on the property. My name is Rebecca Birdwell, and I thought I would do just a short class in the forest. I call it a forest. I think it's a forest. In the forest today, on the trails. And I invite you to pause the video at this moment, and if you're going to do the class, go outside and just find a space. It doesn't have to be an elaborate park or on 10 acres of land. It can just be outside somewhere. It's so nice to get outside. Let's practice together outside. I invite you to come to the space at the front of your mat. Come into a mountain pose with your feet about hip distance apart, feeling the earth beneath your feet. Bring your hands to heart center and take a moment in your personal silence to open your practice however you would like today. Exhaling as you lower your arms down to the earth, and inhale as you bring your arms above your head, and exhale, bring your hands back to heart center. Inhale, reaching to the sky, leaning back slightly if that calls to you, as you then exhale, folding forward. Bending your knees and just relaxing your back, allowing your back to lengthen down towards your shoulders. Inhale as you move into halfway lift, lengthening your spine from tailbone to crown of the head, and exhale to forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, taking your arms to the side as you inhale, reaching for the sky, and bringing your hands back to heart center with an exhale. Inhale, reaching to the sky, arms wide to the side, slight bend backwards before you exhale, moving into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening your spine, hands on your shins. Exhale to forward fold. Stepping back with your right leg into a high lunge, lowering your knee to the earth, and moving into a stretch of the right hip flexor, making sure your front knee is at a right angle, shifting your weight forward towards your toes, feeling the stretch. As you inhale, lift your hands to the sky, embracing the wiggle. And exhale, framing your foot. Taking both knees to the back again into a plank with your knees lowered. Lowering your body to the earth. Lifting your chest to the front, opening to cobra, lengthening your cervical spine. As you exhale, lower to the earth. Inhale, back to tabletop. Moving into child's pose on your toes, stretching your feet. Adjusting yourself as needed. Really pushing your toes into the earth as you lift your body up, bring your knees to your chest, and allowing your back to roll over your knees before you lift your hips into a forward fold. Bending your knees and allowing your arms to rise to the side, back up, palms together. Exhale as you bring your hands to heart center. Making your way back to the front of the mat into a Tadasana mountain pose as you inhale to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back with your left leg and then lowering your knee to the earth to stretch that left hip flexor this time. Seeing the right angle with your knees, shifting your weight forward toward your toes, leaning into that stretch. As you inhale to the sky, lifting your arms high. And exhale back to frame your feet, taking both knees back into plank, knees lowered, body lowering to the earth, elbows to the sky. Inhale as you lift your chest, opening to the front. Lifting your body up to tabletop, then lifting your hips to downward facing dog. Walking your dog, noticing the stretch in your hamstrings, lifting up on all 10 toes and then lowering your heels back to the earth. Taking a moment here before you shift forward back into plank, high plank. If this isn't available to you, lower your knees to the earth. Taking a deep breath in. Lifting your hips back up to the sky. Feet together this time. As you lower your heels towards the earth. Lengthening your spine. Lowering your knees. Sitting back into a wide leg child's pose. Taking a deep breath in here. And exhaling completely as you notice your body sink a little bit closer into the earth. Noticing any sounds around you, turning up the ones that you like and down the sounds that you don't like. Lifting your body, curling your toes, lifting your hips back to the sky to downward facing dog. And this time taking a moment to look through your legs at the world upside down. Noticing a different perspective as you turn your head to the left, looking around, and turning your head to the right. Just noticing the world upside down. If you're outside, it might look like the trees are coming from the sky. Continuing to connect to your breath. And on your next exhale, walk your feet to the front of your mat into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen your spine, then exhale back down to forward fold. Inhale, rise to the sky, arms to the side, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Deep breath in and exhale completely. And again, just noticing the sounds around you. Inhale as your hands rise above your head. Exhale, swan dive down to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back, one leg followed by the next to a high plank or knees down before you lower to chaturanga. Straightening your elbows to up dog. Curling over your toes, lifting your hips back to downward facing dog. Adjusting as needed. And taking another moment to look at the world upside down. Lifting your right leg to the sky, toes pointing down. And on your next exhale, bring your knee to your nose, flipping your foot through between your hands. Stepping forward with your left leg to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening your spine, and exhale back to forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, arms to the side, meeting above your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale to rise, palms together, a slight bend backwards before you reach forward to forward fold. And inhale back to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back, meeting both feet to plank. Lowering to chaturanga. And lifting to up dog. Rolling over your toes again, lifting your hips to the sky. To downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale completely. Lifting your left leg to a three-legged dog, heel to the sky. And your exhale takes your knee to your nose, flipping your foot through between your hands. Stepping your right foot forward into forward fold. Inhale, root to rise as your hands rise above you. And exhale, bringing them to heart center. Noticing the sounds around you again. Inhaling as you rise, hands to the sky. Exhale, swan dive down to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Jumping back into plank or stepping. Lowering to chaturanga. Inhale as you lift to up dog. Curling your toes, lifting your hips back to downward facing dog. Lifting your right leg in the air, three-legged dog. Exhale, back knee to nose, flipping your foot through. Finding that warrior one as you rise, lifting your hands to the sky, arching back. Exhale, lower your chest to your thigh, taking your hands back. Inhale, circling your arms, right arm forward to warrior two. Turning your right palm up to the sky, lifting and stretching your side body back as you exhale into extended side angle, lengthening from your finger down to the side of your left foot. Inhale, rise back to warrior two, framing your foot as you come down into plank. Lowering to chaturanga. Inhale to up dog, pushing back into plank, and then lifting your hips to downward facing dog. Deep breath in and exhale completely. Lifting your left leg on an inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, flipping through warrior one, feet. Inhale to rise. Exhale, lowering to your thigh, arms behind you, toward your back feet. Inhale, back to warrior two, left arm forward. Front hand up to the sky as you inhale, and exhale into extended side angle, lengthening from your fingertips down to your right foot. Inhale back to warrior two. Framing your foot, moving to plank, lowering to chaturanga. Inhale to up dog, push through to downward facing dog. Bending your knees, inhaling, looking at your hands, jumping to the front of your mat. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Bring your hands together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Connecting with your breath. Lowering your hands to your side and preparing to move into tree pose, honoring the trees around us and all that nature has to offer. Really grounding your feet into the earth, just as a tree would with its roots. Shifting over to your left leg so that your right leg is free to move. And starting your tree with your toe on the earth, heel on your ankle. Lifting through your standing leg all the way out to the crown of your head, holding your belly into your spine. Leaving your leg there or bringing it up to the side of your shin or above your knee on your thigh, never on your knee. And also take your toe and bring your foot in front of your left thigh for another representation of tree. Take a moment to find where you want to be in your tree today. Hands can be down by your side in a low V, lifting in your sternum. You can bring your hands to your heart center. Noticing the trees around you if you're outside, deciding to grow your branches up towards the sky and opening them wide. Coming out of it gracefully as you maybe lose your balance. Coming back to mountain pose, ready to do it on the other side. Finding grounding both legs first before you shift over to your right leg. Allowing your left leg to free and come to whatever representation on this side you want to try. Remembering that both sides can be different, being compassionate with yourself, even through the wiggles. Hands can stay at heart center, or they can rise and open. Feeling the power of the earth through the sole of your foot. Rise through your body, extend through the limbs of your tree. Connecting with all those around you. Strength and balance. And releasing when you're ready, shaking it out if you need to. Inhale as you rise up to the sky again and bring your hands to heart center. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Take a moment to end your practice with your own personal reverence and gratitude for all things around you. Remembering to step out into nature and enjoy and appreciate. And appreciate yourself for taking 15 minutes out to do a practice that's good for your body and your mind and your soul. Namaste.